Hey y'all, it's Katie and welcome back to From My Vanity. Today is the first video I am recording in probably like 3 weeks, 4 weeks. I can't even remember. It was like 4 or 5 days before Christmas that I filmed my last video, and it is now January 13th. So it has been a while. I feel super rusty. Baby boy is here. Levi Thomas is here and we are doing well. I am starting to transition into having 3 kids. Today's my husband's first day back to work and it's my official first day with all 3 kids solo. So it's been interesting and fun, but I've just been having such an itch to sit down and film. So I figured I could sit down and do a Will I Buy It with you, because there's definitely been a lot of recent releases. A lot of things have been catching my eye and I just want to chat with you guys. And this is an easy video that I can start recording, and whenever the baby wakes up, I'll just close it out. I'm shooting to only film for like 20 minutes here, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, let's go ahead and just dive right into it. It's good to be back. I feel like I've been gone for forever, but hopefully you guys didn't mind the time I took off after baby arrived, and let's just jump right into it. Okay, since I don't know how long I'll be able to film, I'm going to go ahead and start with the most recent, like newer launches that I want to talk about. And let's touch on this one. I just saw it this morning. Essence is coming out with some brushes. Here they are here. It's a little spotty because I can't find a whole lot of information on them, but what do they look like? Let me see if I have one of them up here. Did I take them all in my... Oh yes, I have one of them. They look like the Cleodona. These brushes that I got in last month's Tribe Beauty box, the one in collaboration with Angelica, they look just like it, don't they? And Essence is very affordable. I do have 1 or 2 of their brushes that I've just picked up at Ulta before, and I do like them. They're just like blending brushes. They do fine, but they hold up really well, which is something I've noticed. But anyway, I saw these and I was like, oh my goodness, those look like Cleodona. I went on their website to see if I could find it. I could only find 1 powder brush. Couldn't find the price of it anywhere. So I'm not sure if it's only available at certain places or whatever, or in certain retailers, but I didn't see it on the Ulta website. No idea where this will be available, but if it's someplace that I could easily add a brush to an order, I'll probably get, let's see, which one would I get? Probably one of the detail brushes, just because I have a lot of blending brushes. I don't need another one, but they're just so pretty, and I'm curious to see how they would compare and hold up to these because they look identical. Another thing I want to talk about is the Makeup Revolution. This is, what is this called? The Forever Flawless Birds of Paradise palette. This palette right here, the packaging is gorgeous. Like, the outside's so pretty, but the inside also caught my eye. I'm a little hesitant because if you see the swatches, which I'll go ahead and throw up for a minute right here, they look more pastelish, but I don't really have any pastel palettes, so I'm kind of tempted to get it. I don't know, I'm very torn. I went and put a poll up on my Instagram, and I forget, I think it was like 58% or maybe less than that was like, yeah, review it. The rest were like, no. So it's pretty half and half. So I'm kind of hesitant to buy it since there doesn't seem to be a whole lot of interest in it. But I don't know, something about this palette has made me stop every time I look at it. I like the greens and yellows in there. It looks like it has some pressed glitters. 2 of the shades in here, maybe it's just 1. That Rio, that 1 shade up in the top right-hand corner, definitely looks chunky. I don't know if there's any pressed glitters in here, but I don't know. I saw it and I was like, ooh, that's pretty. And I love the packaging, so vibrant. I'm not sure, like, if it's that vibrant on the outside. I wish it was that vibrant on the inside and more neon. But looking at the swatches, I feel like it's going to be more leaning toward the pastel type of eye look. So I don't know. Let me know if you'd like to see me review this and do looks with it on my YouTube channel. I'm really torn because, like I said, every time I see this palette, I take a pause and I really think hard, and I don't really have any pastel palettes, so it might be a good add to my collection. And I don't know, just something about this palette has caught my attention, so let me know if I should get it or not, because I'm like 50-50. Just going to touch on this very briefly, but Makeup Geek is doing a rebrand of their brand, and they've only done a few sneak peeks, but right now we can see that their eyeshadow palettes or eyeshadow pans are now going to be square, which I'm super intrigued. And looking at this color story, it still looks super neutral, but I'm hoping, I mean, in one of the little teasers, Makeup Geek was like, you know, we're going to give you the color of the rainbow or something like that, or just all sorts of different colors. So my fingers are crossed that they'll really hit this rebrand out of the park. It's coming up January 17th, so in a couple more days, 4 or 5 more days. I'm really hoping that they do well with this rebrand and really make 2020 their comeback year. But yeah, I don't know. Just looking at this, it's kind of like, oh, all neutral. And I mean, there's totally a market for that, but I don't know if I'll be purchasing anything. but I'll definitely be watching because I would like to purchase something and kind of check out their rebranding and just see what they're going to do this next year, but only really if the colors really intrigue me. Let me know if you are at all curious as well. Are you keeping an eye on it as along with me, seeing what they launch? Fenty Beauty has been doing some things. They just today, I think, launched their, or sneak peeked, their Flypencil, their cream longwear eyeliners, and I think they look gorgeous. I like that there's a bunch of different colors just from looking at it here. Yeah, all sorts of different colors. They have a little video, so you can't really see, but it looks like a nice variety of colors. Nothing too crazy, but I see a blue, I see a purple, I see variety, but I'm not going to purchase it. Oh wait, there was a swatch of it. There we go, right there. I won't be purchasing it just because there's so many really solid longwear eye pencils I can get at the drugstore. Two I'm thinking of off the top of my head is Rimmel's Scandalized Gel Liner, and then Avon has a twist up retractable, which I love because I don't have to sharpen it. A retractable pen gel liner that stays so well and glides so creamy. Even I'm like down to about using it up and it's still beautiful and creamy, which I appreciate because Colourpop has a gel liner in a retractable form and it dries out before you can get halfway through it. But anyway, Avon is also a really good one, and I'm sure they have different colors, and it's just so much more affordable, so I can't ever see myself spending high-end price tags on something like a gel liner. And same story, Fenty's also coming out with the full frontal mascara. I really like the concept of this product in that it has like two sides, and one can really like layer on and coat your lashes with mascara, and then you kind of turn it to the side and you're able to fan it out and really diffuse it and get the product all throughout your lashes. I love that type of mascara. It's one of my favorites to work with, but there are so many mascaras at the drugstore that work really well and do the job so well for me that I'm just not someone who ever really wants to pay a high-end price tag for mascara. If there was a crazy sale, or if I could get a sample for, you know, really good price, then maybe I would try it, just because, like I said, I really like the concept of this and I feel like I would really enjoy this mascara, but it's just not something that I spend the higher price tags on. I save that for like foundation and palettes and stuff that I'm really interested in and I really enjoy. Mascara, it's like, I'll just put one on from the drugstore. Okay, moving along, GlamLite released their Cake palette. This palette, I thought about it for a long time, but I decided not to get it. I almost wanted to get it, but then I was sitting here looking at it. I was like, okay, let's see, what kind of looks can I do? And I was like, you know what? The orange and the yellow and the gold kind of reminds me what the shadows from the GlamLite. Let me go ahead and pull it out since it's right here. We can look at it hopefully super quick. But anyway, they have a yellow, which is in here. They have a matte neon color in here, which is kind of in here too. I guess the only thing that the Cake palette has over this is like the blues and the purples, which I'm not super into blue and purple. So for that reason, like all the shades that I was really drawn to in this Cake palette was the yellows, the oranges, the greens. And I have all that in here, and I've already tried GlamLite's formula. It's kind of, I don't know, it's not bad. It's just not one of my favorites to work with. So when I realized that, I was like, you don't need it, Katie, and I did not get it. They already did the pre-order, and I was a good girl, and I didn't buy it, and I didn't order it. But let me know what you guys think about this palette. Did you pick it up? I'm really curious to hear what people think about it. Amrezy and ABH are teaming up again for another palette. They're doing a bigger type of palette because this has 2 extra shades. They're putting pressed glitters in this thing. And I'm just so bored with this palette. It reminds me of kind of like their recent palettes just redone. It really reminds me of the Jackie Aina palette. It reminds me of kind of like a deeper version of the Riviera palette. Not the Norvina. What's that other palette she came out with? Yeah, like the pops of colors in here, and you guys can see for the picture, kind of remind me of the pops of color in here, like the pink and the blue. And then all the neutral colors, I don't know, the deep neutral colors just makes me think of, I think it was the Jackie Aina or maybe it's the Carly Bible combo of those two. Makes me think of those palettes, and the only pops of colors is that blue and that pink. And the blue looks kind of similar to what's in here, and yeah, there's just nothing about this palette that makes me want to get it. It just looks very neutral friendly. If you like neutral colors, maybe this will be the one to grab, but I don't know, that whole bottom row on the right for the mattes, that whole row on the bottom just kind of bores me. And then the shimmers really don't interest me except for that blue, which like I said, it's in here. And then the glitters, I don't know. I know putting pressed glitters in palettes is totally a trend right now, but I feel like I have enough palettes with pressed glitters in it. I don't need any more, and I don't like particularly enjoy working with glitters. Like if it's in there and if I feel like working with glitters, I'll put it on my eyes, but I'd rather just do a really great metallic formula and be good to go. So yeah, I was really curious and excited to see what they would show and what they would actually reveal when the time came. But when I saw the palette, I was like, pass. Also, Dominique Cosmetics is coming out with a Latte 2. She's been sneaking this for a while, and I was kind of excited because I was hoping for something else that the Latte palette didn't give me, just something a little more interesting. I don't even know lattes. I feel like, I don't know. I guess I figured it was going to be neutral, but I was hoping for something else, and then this is the palette. I mean, the 3 colors in that little corner on the right are the only things that interest me. Everything else is just boring and neutral. And honestly, I don't know, that mint color, the matcha color, I don't really understand how that goes with the rest of the browns and stuff like that. Like, I guess you could use it with the strawberry milk. That would make a lot of sense, but I don't know. It just kind of seems like a very neutral palette with like 3 things thrown in just to try and be interesting. I don't know. I was looking at it for a long time, and I can see how you could use the Blonde Roast with the neutrals and the shimmer shades in the palette, but the other 2 I feel like I would struggle with a little bit. So this was an easy pass for me. I've only ever tried one other. Oh, I'm currently trying the Celestial Thunder that I got in BoxyCharm, but the only other palette I've tried is the Sweater Weather, and wasn't blown away by their mattes. So all around, this is an easy pass for me, but let me know. I feel like there's several YouTubers I watch who really love Dominique Cosmetics eyeshadows, and so far with the 2 that I've been trying, I'm just kind of like, I don't know, it's an okay brand. So with that in mind and not liking the color story at all, this altogether was a very easy pass for me. So SUVA Beauty is coming out with a hypercolor collection. They're going to launch it on the 22nd of this month, and it looks like it's got 8 shadows that are matte and like nice, bold, vibrant colors, and then 4 kind of transformative shades, and that just really intrigues me. I don't know, something about that, I'm just kind of like, oh wait, I'm mistaken. I zoomed in on this picture. The bottom 4 are matte, the top 4 say UV glow. So is it UV light? I don't know. I don't have a UV light, so it would just be matte shadows to me. But the 4 on the right are topper shades that can just transform the mattes and make them shimmery and just give them a little something something, and I'm super intrigued. I put a poll out, and I don't think I got really good results. I think it was like 65% said get it and review it, but I don't know. I'm really tempted. Let me know, would you like to see this on the channel? Definitely leave your thoughts down below. If I get enough interest, I'll definitely sway me to get it, because I've never tried SUVA Beauty. I've always wanted to. I've always heard great things about their, you know, neon shadows, their mattes and stuff like that, and I'm super curious. And those topper shades, I'm usually not into them, but the fact that there are 4 of them and they look like different, like they all look white, but I'm sure there's like different reflex in them that would go with the yellow, the blue, the what have you. I'm really intrigued, and I want to see what that formula is like. So, you know what? I have tried a SUVA Beauty. Oh, I'm lying over here. Oh yeah, this is SUVA. We got it in a BoxyCharm. Protege. Oh, it's all broken. I'm not gonna hold it up. I remember liking this, if I remember correctly. I don't really ever reach for it because it's neutral. So yeah, I'm really leaning towards getting this, but like I said, I took a poll on Instagram, and the interest wasn't crazy. I'll probably do another poll here on my YouTube community tab, so check that out if you haven't, and please vote, because that definitely helps me decide what to buy and what not to get, but it's definitely turning my eye a whole lot. So Tacky Beauty has finally released her next product in her brand, and it is the Blendiful, and it looks like 2 velour puffs, and I am not getting them. Spoiler alert. I don't know. I feel like I don't think I am Tati's demographic, because this will be her 3rd product launch, like, or maybe 4th. I forget how many. She has Halo Beauty vitamins that she came out with first. I had no interest in them, and then she came out with the neutral palette. I had no interest in that, and then now she's come out with a Blendiful. I have no interest in that, so I feel like I'm just not her demographic. I used to be a huge Tati fan, watch her so much, and then a couple years ago I just started skipping her videos, and then I just ended up unsubscribing, and I've never had a desire to resubscribe. And even with her, you know, launching her own brand and stuff like that, like I said, every product that she's come out with, I'm just kind of like, nope, don't want it, nope. Absolutely no interest. So I just don't think I am Tati's target audience at all, because everything is just always a miss for me. So let me know. I feel like a lot of people are super excited about this Blendiful Tati spongy velour puff. It looks like a velour puff to me. Maybe it's totally different. I didn't watch Tati's video. I know there's 2 of them. I don't know what they each do. She said, I think I've heard that you can use it for a full face. I don't know. I'm not interested in it at all, so it's an easy pass for me. But I am really curious to see like what the YouTubers that I subscribe to and the ones that bought it, what they think about it, because I'm curious. I will watch and observe and see what people think, but I have absolutely no desire to buy it. Okay, a couple more and we are going to be done. Did you guys see that Pinky Rose Cosmetics is finally launching another palette? I think they were pretty quiet all of 2019, but they are coming back in 2020 and they have launched this Stormy palette. I don't get this palette. Maybe I'm missing something here. The bottom row I absolutely love. That orange, that yellow, that green, that red, neon, beautiful, bright colors. I think it's gorgeous. I absolutely love it. But I don't get it with the shimmers on the top. Like, I'm looking at this and I'm like, if I wanted to do a really bright, bold yellow green in the crease, I can either do neutral or like a really dark shimmer on the lid. And that just, I don't understand why they paired these shimmers with these mattes. It just seems like they went really neon and bold with the mattes, and then they went super grungy and neutral with the shimmers. And I've seen a couple people do looks with them that I follow who got it in PR. And for the most part, I feel like people either are doing all matte, very vibrant, colorful looks, or going like really soft with the crease colors and then doing the shimmers on the lid, that kind of thing, or incorporating other palettes, just because I feel like I just struggle to see what you could do like a full look with this if you're not going to use like the pink and then the pinky shimmers. I don't know, maybe that blue and that green shimmer on the top are a lot lighter in person, but in the pan, in this, at least this little promo that I have here, if you can see, they look really dark. And for me, I like it very light and bright on my eyes. So maybe I'm just not the target audience here. But yeah, I saw this and I was just kind of like, why'd they choose those shimmers with those mattes? I don't get it. And then also the pans. I'm not into the whole lightning bolt thing. I just feel like, just give me squares or circles, keep it easy. And maybe they're nice and big so you won't ever have a problem with sticking your brush in, but I'm just not into that shape. Colourpop has come out with another monochromatic palette, and this is the, what is it, Mint to Be palette. It's really cute, very pretty, totally goes with their monochromatic theme. It's not for me though. I have the other Just My Luck palette and I enjoy that, but the Mint to Be and even the Just My Luck, there's a lot of shades in there that are more of the minty type of side to the green. The kind of, I don't even know how to describe it, but it's a different type of green. Me and my preferences, I like more grungy greens, more olive greens, or neon. And this definitely, the Mint to Be is definitely not it. And even the Just My Luck, like there were some shades that I really liked and I liked the looks overall, but it just wasn't my favorite type of green to work with. So this, while I think it's really cute and it's a good addition to their monochromatic palette collection, it was an easy pass for me. And I was just kind of like, nope, nothing in this that I really want. The only shade that kind of caught my attention was the Diamante. This one right here, just because it looks like a more grungier type of matte green. But yeah, besides that, nothing really caught my eye and no desire to get it. I am waiting very patiently, trying to wait very patiently for Colourpop to do a monochromatic green, like olive green palette, kind of like the Juicy Olive palette. Come on, Colourpop, you need to do a monochromatic. I would buy that in a heartbeat on launch day. I'll be on the website ready to go. I'm waiting for that palette. Okay, I cannot not talk about the Midas Cosmetics and Smokey Glow collab. I am so excited for Hannah. I cannot wait to see what this palette looks like. If you didn't know, Midas Cosmetics and Smokey Glow, Hannah from Smokey Glow, she has a YouTube channel, they are teaming up to do a collab and they are coming out with a eyeshadow palette, a highlighter duo, and then some lip glosses. Now, I have no interest in the lip glosses. I'm just not a lip gloss person. I am going to see what the highlighter duo looks like. I would be interested in trying it just because I've never tried Midas Cosmetics highlighters. I'm pretty sure this is going to be their first type of highlighter that they launch. And then doesn't really matter what the palette's going to look like. I will be buying it just to support Hannah because I really do enjoy her channel and I have loved seeing her grow in 2019. If you do not know who Hannah is, I'll have her link down below. Go watch, go subscribe. You won't be sorry. But yeah, she's so much fun. She just makes me smile every time I watch her videos and I just enjoy being able to sit there and smile. as someone, you know, puts on their makeup or does a trying to look like an Instagram model, and I just die laughing. But yeah, if you don't know about the collab, definitely take a look at it. It's pretty packaging, not my vibe because it's like sparkly pink or millennial pink as they call it, but doesn't matter. Like I said, definitely get in the palette. We'll see what the highlighter looks like. Let me know if you'd like me to get it and share with you my thoughts. But gonna pass on the lip gloss because I'm not a lip gloss person, and that's okay. But yes, so excited for Hannah. Congratulations, Hannah. Yeah, I just can't wait to see what the inside looks like. Okay, and let's just do one more to wrap this up. Let's do the Morphe. Morphe is coming out with a Keep Dreaming, I think. No, 35i Icy Fantasy Artistry palette. I feel like they're starting to call their big palettes Artistry palettes. I don't know if that's to like make them sound a little bit better, like they upgrade the formula or something. But anyway, here's what she looks like. And at first glance, I was very intrigued because I was like, ooh, that looks pretty. I feel like 2020, I don't know if it's just the springtime, but I feel like pastels are really in right now. I feel like, yeah, this is the second one I'm talking about in this video. But anyway, it kind of looked pretty. I was like, maybe this looks very pretty. I don't think I ever had any desire to get it just because I know I'm not crazy about Morphe's eyeshadow formula, but I thought it was like, Morphe did a good job. But then I went to the swatches. This is their promo shots. I'll leave the link down below just so I don't have to put all these up. But like, they all just look super neutral or this one row of dark. I don't know. I just saw the swatches and was like, yeah, never mind. I wouldn't get it. Like I said, I don't think I ever saw this and was like, ooh, I want to get it. But I saw this and I was like, good on Morphe. But after seeing the swatches, I'm kind of like, nah, they just kind of look all very light. And I'm wondering how well they would actually go on the eyes, if they would just kind of all puff away or if there would be any pigment to them, because they all just kind of look very chalky-ish. Is that a word? I don't know. But let me know what you guys think. Maybe it's just the pastel. I'm not used to seeing pastel colors, so when I see them, I'm like, ooh, that doesn't look like a good formula, but maybe that's meant the way they want it to be. I'm not sure. Like I said, I don't really have pastels in my collection, but should I get some in 2020? Should 2020 be the year of trying pastel eyeshadows? I don't know. I really like my bold, vibrant colors. I'm super into the neons. But anyway, so yeah, that one is pretty. And I do think it's a step up for Morphe in that it's not just saturated with like 2/3 of the palette being heavily neutral and then like 3 pops of colors and something interesting, which is their typical really big palettes. So this is nice in that it actually has a variety of somewhat interesting shades and isn't so heavy on the neutral, but it's kind of like almost just neutral on the other spectrum. It's not browns, it's kind of like light, kind of whitish shades. So that isn't really me. I don't know. I'm not really sure what I think about it anymore now that I've seen the swatches, but all I know is I'm not going to be getting it. Okay, so I'm going to wrap it up there. I just got to talking and I'm about to hit 30 minutes recording and I need to finish this up and get a little rest before baby boy and then my 2 other kids wake up from their nap because it's a long day if I don't get a little bit of rest. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed talking about these new releases with me. Let me know down below if any of these caught your eye as well. Are you planning to get any? And also feel free to let me know what you would like to see on the channel. I definitely have some new ideas for 2020, kind of just new year, trying to refresh my YouTube channel, but also trying to figure out the best way to be able to record and have 3 kids and a newborn. Schedule is going to be very all over the place in the first couple of months as I kind of get a rhythm going. And also I just don't know how much time I'll have dedicated to film, so I might have to go and look for more shorter to the point type of videos that I can put out. So anyway, let me know down below what products that are coming out and launching that you're interested in seeing. Always feel free to let me know too on Instagram if you want to send me a DM and be like, hey, did you see this? I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. And if I am interested in it and if I'm able to, I, will totally pick it up and get it because I want to be able to share with you guys stuff that interests you as well, not just me and whatnot. So anyway, I'm going to just sit here and ramble for the next 5 minutes. So I'm just going to wrap this up here. That is going to do it for this video. Thank you guys so very much for watching. I'm glad to kind of be back. I will be doing a story time type of video sharing my birth story. I think I'm going to do some cross stitch and share my story because that was something that you guys asked me to do during Cakemas, do some cross stitch story time that I was never able to do. So I think I'm going to sit down and do that hopefully this next week. And that'll be kind of the next video I get out that isn't pre-recorded. Might not be the next video you see, but it'll probably be the next video that I sit down and record just because it's somewhat laid back and something I can do and hopefully fit in during nap time. But anyway, with all that said, thank you guys so much for watching and I'll see you very soon in my next video. Bye guys.